Ball across, and there is the owner. What a start to his Manchester City career for Doku Semenyo. 2-2. It is the
Manchester City had looked increasingly dominant in established possession, especially after signing Semenyo, a move that widened their attacking options beyond the Doku-dependent left side bias. Newcastle, however, arrived with a clear plan: aggressive pressure, fast cover, and, most importantly, killing City's isolation game. Whenever Doku or Semenyo tried to go one-on-one on the wings, Newcastle consistently formed a two-on-one, denying the dribbler space, time, and clean angles to attack. And yet, City still found a way. 2 goals, a controlled win. So how did Guardiola break a defense designed to suffocate wide isolations? What attacking mechanisms turned Newcastle's shield into a liability? That's what this analysis will uncover. Before analyzing Manchester City's attacking mechanisms, it is essential to first understand Newcastle's defensive structure. Newcastle primarily defend from a mid-block structure. Even when City's defenders carry the ball forward from the defensive third, Newcastle do not immediately press the possessor. Instead, they prioritize dropping back and establishing their mid-block around the halfway line. Once the block is set, the player closest to the ball steps out as the first defender, applying pressure to the nearest opponent. If City recycle possession with a backward pass, Newcastle then shift into a man-oriented press as soon as the ball crosses back over the halfway line, increasing the intensity of their pressure. To ensure the pressing line is not broken, midfielders or fullbacks jump aggressively in response to the ball movement, joining the press and maintaining vertical compactness. In their defensive third, Newcastle drop into a very compact 4-5-1 or 5-4-1 low block, strongly denying central access and making it extremely difficult for City to enter the zone with control. In this sequence, Manchester City are already facing numerical inferiority in the central area, as Newcastle have established their mid-block during City's build-up. Rather than forcing a central pass under these conditions, City deliberately recycle possession with backward passes, aiming to draw the opponent out of their block. The ball is circulated step by step until it reaches the right center back. At this point, Newcastle switch into a man-oriented press, pushing high and committing numbers deep into City's half. City attempt to circulate the ball back to the left, but with the opponent already stepped up aggressively, progressing the build-up becomes difficult. This is the key moment. Bernardo Silva reacts by dropping quickly to receive the ball, offering a secure outlet under pressure. With his superior ball control, Silva calmly carries the ball forward, successfully escaping the press before releasing possession to a teammate. From there, the fullback plays an early pass into the right flank space in behind, where Semenyo attacks the space at speed, allowing City to progress the attack down the right side. This sequence follows the same logic. Newcastle form a compact block in front of the box, aggressively denying access to the central area. Rather than forcing a pass into the block, City once again choose to draw the opponent deeper. Not only the defenders, but 5 City players drop together as a single unit, collectively pulling Newcastle out of their compact shape. The ball is then played back to the goalkeeper, successfully provoking Newcastle into stepping up and switching into a man-oriented press. At this moment, the advantage is created. Instead of one of the 5 players who had already dropped, Bernardo Silva makes an intentionally delayed run into the central space. Newcastle are slow to adjust their coverage, momentarily losing reference and leaving a free central zone. The goalkeeper finds this free central space with a forward pass, allowing Silva to receive the ball without pressure and fully exploit the space through the middle. This sequence is designed specifically to enable Semenyo by preventing a 2 versus 1 situation. After receiving a between-the-lines pass, Rico Lewis makes a diagonal run, drawing Newcastle's left fullback inward and preventing him from shifting across to mark Semenyo on the right flank. Lewis then carries the ball as deep as possible before threading a pass into Semenyo's run near the edge of the box. At this moment, the opposing fullback's body orientation is already facing forward, making it too late to recover and cover Semenyo from behind. As a result, Semenyo is able to deliver a low cross without any contest. The following sequence applies the same principle on the opposite wing, this time maximizing Doku's strengths. To avoid creating a 2v1 against Jeremy Doku, a supporting midfielder makes a penetrative run into the half space. This movement prevents both the opposing midfielder and right-sided defender from providing cover, effectively isolating Doku in a pure 1-versus-1 situation. With space and time, Doku confidently beats his defender and delivers a cutback from the byline. To increase the probability of conversion, City overload the box with 5 players, ensuring multiple attacking options in central and far post zones. The cutback is eventually met at the far post by Semenyo, who finishes the move and converts the chance. This sequence begins with a throw-in between Ait-Nouri and Semenyo. Ait-Nouri delivers the throw to Semenyo and immediately receives a return pass. He then plays the ball back to Semenyo once more before making a curved run into the left flank. At this moment, the defenders interpret the movement as a simple 2-man combination, shifting their attention toward Ait-Nouri's run. This creates the opening for a 3rd-man movement, as City execute a wall pass combination to release the ball back into Ait-Nouri's path. After receiving the ball, Rayan Ait-Nouri carries it aggressively into the deepest possible zone, drawing defenders toward him and creating free space for Rayan Cherki inside the box. Ait-Nouri then delivers a cutback, and the move is successfully finished for a goal.